Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're back on the expanded and enhanced edition of GTA Online, and we're customizing the Pegasi Weaponized Ignis for the first time ever on PC. I'm very excited about this. Of course, we are doing the full HSW upgrade and everything like that, and we're going to not only customize this thing but also review it, of course, and do a sound test and all that good stuff. So anyways, we're going to bring this thing into the car meet to get us started, because this is where you apply the HSW upgrades, as I'm sure you guys are probably aware by now, but in case you weren't, that is where you're going to be doing that. Alright, so we're in the car meet. We have to get out of the car for some reason just to get back in. It's awesome. But anyways, let's go ahead and mod the vehicle. Here we go. Starting things off, we got the HSW upgrade here, going for 350k. It's discounted this week. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to be upgrading all my HSW cars this week because obviously I'm going to try to save that money. Anyway, 350k for the HSW upgrade. Normally I think it's 525 if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. We're going to start off with the armor, of course. We're going to upgrade that all the way. We're going to put HSW brakes on this thing. For the bumpers, we have carbon options here. We got all the regular Pegasi Ignis options. So I'm just going to scroll through them here while I talk about this quickly. A lot of the customization options for this thing are going to carry over from the regular Ignis. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm going to go for the secondary aero bumper on this, and for the rear diffuser there are quite a few really good looking ones. I think I'm going to go for probably the GT diffuser. I think that looks really good, so we'll do that. Countermeasures, it comes with a missile lock-on jammer, which is really cool, so that is something that is good to know. We're going to put the HSW engine tune on this. For the exhaust, we have a few different options here. I kind of forgot what the Ignis exhausts looked like. It's kind of crazy. We're going to go for the titanium tipped exhausts. I kind of like the look of that. For the hood itself, we're going to go for, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to scroll through the options at least and have a look here and see what we can do. So far, I'm kind of liking the look of the XL vented hood. So let's go for that option for right now. For the lights, we're going to go for, I think, blue, because I kind of like the look of it. So we'll do that. We'll also put the neon kit on to lower the center of gravity, which will help with the handling in turn, which is quite nice. We will go ahead and just change the color of the car to a silver so that we can see all these livery options. So we got the white stripes here, which is kind of cool. We also have the black stripes. We have the triple stripes. We have the arrow stripe, which I've done a build with before, a couple times actually. We got the yellow flares. We got the blue flares. Got the Viper green, the Pisswasser, the speed stripes, the Exorbio, the HSW racing livery, and of course we have the HSW Elite, and that's going to be unlocked by completing all the HSW time trials. So pretty cool liveries for this car. I kind of like the Exorbio, but I'm not going to put it on the car today. So I think I'm going to skip the livery today because we do have the new colors, which are the chameleon paints, which are quite cool. So I think I'm actually going to do my car in a chameleon paint today. I'm not sure which one I want to go for though. I'm kind of thinking the baby blue, but we do have the black prismatic pearl, the red prismatic pearl. These are pretty, I mean, low-key, they're really ugly actually. But for the sake of the video, I think that I should probably use them because they are new and nobody's probably seen them before. So we'll go for the baby blue for the primary, and for the secondary, could go for the dark purple, honestly. I feel like that could actually be kind of a cool look, except no, but so baby blue pearl we'll go for right now. For the skirts for this thing, we do have quite a few different options here. Some of them are better looking than others. I think that I'm gonna go for maybe the GT2 skirts. Let's go for the carbon GT2 skirts. Let's go for that one. For the spoiler, we got the speed spoiler here. We got the secondary speed spoiler, carbon speed spoiler. We have the racer spoiler as well. We have the carbon racer spoiler, which is cool. It's a little bit different than the other one, which is kind of neat actually. We have the GT spoiler. We have the carbon GT spoiler. We got the GT2 spoiler. We got the weird arrow spoilers. I'm not really a fan of those ones. I don't like them very much at all. Got the HSW Street Wing and HSW Race Wing here as well. I think I'm just gonna go for probably just the carbon racer spoiler, to be honest. I kind of like the look of that, so we'll do that. We can also put the HSW suspension on this thing, so we will do that. HSW transmission as well, and of course the stage 3 HSW turbo, of course. The stock wheels on this thing do look really good. However, I am going to change them up just because I can, and I'm going to go for the Forged Star for today. And we'll do those in a black just because, you know, keep it simple. Bulletproof tires are already on the car. And for the windows, we're going to tint them all the way out. This thing is looking absolutely deadly. Let's go ahead and bring it outside. We're going to do a sound test and a full review on the car as well. So very excited about this. I haven't driven this thing on PC yet, with HSW on it, obviously. So this is going to be really, really cool to see how fast this thing is. I know how fast it is on Xbox, and it's pretty quick. And on PC, I think it's going to feel even faster because of the FPS. But anyways, let's take a listen to this thing. So yeah, unfortunately, it kind of sounds like every other Pegasi. It sounds like the regular Ignis, so nothing too special there. Now, just to quickly talk about some features of this car, of course, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, it does have a built-in missile lock-on jammer, which is really cool. Additionally, it also has this top-mounted machine gun, which shreds. It's really, really good. You can see the new explosion effects there from the GTA expanded and enhanced edition. Pretty cool looking. The fire and the smoke and everything is much more detailed. And that, yeah, that poor man burning alive is in HD quality, I guess. So rest in peace to him. Sorry to the civilians that I'm doing this to. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it kind of had to happen for the review. But as you guys can see, this thing does a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. It's crazy. There's a Seminole there. I'm not going to shoot it. Got to be careful here, of course. Let's leave and hopefully it despawns before it blows up, because I would not want to harm a Seminole, of course. As you guys can see, this thing is flying though. It is super duper fast. It has a top speed that's actually not that crazy comparatively to a lot of the other HSW cars that are in the game. It only goes like 141 or 144. It's somewhere in that neighborhood. Obviously, it's still pretty fast, but just comparatively to some of the other cars in the game now, like the Banshee GTS and things like that, it's really not that quick as far as top speed goes. But I mean, still, it's plenty fast for me, and it will be very, very fast for you guys too. So that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, it just, like, this thing moves, man. It moves. It's also all-wheel drive, which helps a lot too, as the regular Ignis is as well. But yeah, the all-wheel drive is definitely very helpful as far as controlling this car and putting the power down and everything like that goes. It's essential to the car's success. This is the fastest supercar in GTA Online as it stands currently, with HSW on it, so that is good, I guess. So if you want to do HSW races, this is a good car to use. The Coil Cyclone 2 is also pretty quick, but it does have pretty horrendous handling. You guys will see that in an upcoming customization. Haven't even recorded it yet, but I already know that that car just handles like dog ass. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and say that right off the bat. But yeah, this thing is really, really good. On PC, it's feeling pretty good. I am noticing some like weird frame drops that I'm getting right now, which I'm not really a fan of. I'm kind of wondering what the deal is with that, but it's feeling really good as a car to drive. You know, it handles well. It's got, you know, a great launch off the line, a really good top speed, and obviously the top mounted gun is pretty cool. Now, something to note about the top mounted gun is you get like, I don't even know, like 50, 60 degrees of motion with it. Like, it's really not very good, especially in comparison to other vehicles with like top mounted miniguns like the weaponized Tampa or the Speedo Custom, for example. This thing actually, like, really sucks, honestly, as far as that goes. But the gun does do quite a bit of damage, so that is cool. But I mean, I'm happy to have it on PC. That's really all I can say. I do recommend it. It is $4.5 million though, so it is quite expensive. I would say if you're looking for a car for pure speed and things like that, I would honestly kind of steer clear of the weaponized Ignis. I think that the Banshee GTS, which would cost you a little bit less than this thing, is honestly like kind of just as good. It's not in the supercar category. So there is that, and obviously it doesn't have the top mounted gun or the missile lock-on jammer by default, but you can put a missile lock-on jammer on anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. This vehicle is very good though. I would definitely recommend picking up a weaponized Ignis if you guys don't have one, but I do think that there are just better performing vehicles that you could get first. So I'd say maybe an Ubermacht Niobe and a Banshee GTS would be good cars if you want performance, like just straight up pure performance. If you do want something weaponized though, and something with the missile lock-on jammer and all that sort of stuff, the Ignis is definitely a good car. It's just a little bit overpriced in my opinion. So I would maybe go for some other cars first, but if you wanted to buy the weaponized Ignis, I would not blame you at all for that, because it is really cool to see, especially on PC, especially if you're new to having HSW available. Like, I've had a weaponized Ignis before because I have the Xbox for the expanded version of GTA, but if this is obviously your first time dealing with HSW and stuff like that, this is a pretty cool car to get. So make your own decision. That's my advice. You know, it's a great car, but it is a little on the expensive side for what you're getting performance wise, at least. The minigun though, really cool. Everything about it really cool. So yeah, do with that information what you will. I'll stop blabbering about it now. That's it for the customization and review. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course, and consider subscribing to my channel if you guys are new. With that being said, I'm going to go record another HSW customization, so stay tuned for that, coming out shortly after this. Till then, take care. Peace.